Welcome to Corner to Copa. We're here with a post game. The Chicago Cubs spoil the return to Wrigley Field by Javy Baez. Sorry. Yeah, the Cubs spoiled the return to Wrigley Field for Javy Baez. He went 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. Didn't look very good today, but he did get a nice reception from the crowd. The Cubs would eventually win 3-1 against the Tigers. The Tigers actually got out to the lead early on in the game, but were held at bay pretty good by Assad. He had 7 strikeouts. He caught a lot of hitters looking. His stuff was very nasty today. Hodge shut the door, got the save in the 9th inning, but even saw an old ex-Tiger, Drew Smiley, as well. Offensively for the Cubs, they didn't have a whole lot going on early in the game. Brian Sammons was holding them down pretty good, but he did get into some trouble in the 5th and 6th inning. I want to say Sammons walked a guy. I think Suzuki got a hit. Well, no, it couldn't have been Suzuki. I think Hap got a walk. Bush got the hit. And then Cody Bellinger jumped all over him, cleared the bases with a double. And then Swanson hit a solo home run the next inning, giving them 3 runs. And that was pretty much all she wrote. The Tigers got out to an early lead on a string of hits from Colt Keith, Torkelson, and then Jace Young had the 1 RBI. No, actually, that was Dingler. Dingler had the RBI, it looks like. Dingler also had a triple in the game as well. So he's hitting pretty well. Who we got in the building here? Oh, we got Troy in the building. What's going on, man? Yeah. So Young did manage a hit, but he did strike out a couple times. I think he has really good plate discipline, but I think that when the pitch is close, he's got to pick the bat up and swing it. They're not going to give him the respect as a rookie. That's something that you earn later on in your career. I think the biggest issue for us is not being able to hit in opportune situations. Dingler led off the inning with a triple, and we were unable to get him in weren't able to get him in. Obviously Baez with the bottom of the lineup having most of the base runners. Baez didn't do us any favors today. He went 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. I think he struck out on 3 different sliders, and he took a fastball down the middle expecting a slider. So that continues to be his Achilles heel, but nobody in the upper Meadows went 0 for 3. Green went 0 for 4. Bierling had 1 hit. Carpenter went 0 for 3. Keith did have a hit. He continues to hit the ball pretty well, but yeah, the bright spot of the ball game was definitely Torkelson. He went 4 for 4. He took 3 balls to the opposite field, and he smoked a double in the gap on his last at bat. He looks really locked in right now. I hope he keeps it up. And, hopefully Riley Green, who's, just fresh off the IL, obviously. He's fresh off the IL. So he appears to be a little rusty. He's still trying to get in a groove. Carpenter has struggled since the series against the Mariners. We had a couple clutch home runs and RBIs, so he needs to get back on track as well. But yeah, not a whole lot to talk about really. Young is hitting the ball pretty hard. They hit a couple hard balls, just right at defenders, right in the line. Young got doubled up on a hard line drive up the middle, just right into the double play alignment. But he's hitting the ball pretty well. He's He is striking out some, looking on balls that are, questionable, right on the borderline. But you kind of got to expand that strike zone a little bit when there are two strikes, and you're a rookie. The umpire is just not going to give you the benefit of the doubt. So, but another good pitching outing for the most part from Salmons. He did have a couple walks that came back to burn him, but he pitched pretty well. Faedo was decent. Shelby Miller had another good outing, 2 innings pitched without a hit. But yeah, this is kind of how the Yankees series started. Except we had 0 runs in the first game. So hopefully we can bounce back and put some runs on the board the next couple games. But we really need to get some help from the top of the lineup. Meadows has been hot, so he should be okay. But Gary Carpenter, Riley Green, guys like that. Guys like that, we really need to step up because we had hits. We had 9 hits today and only managed 1 run. Meanwhile, the Cubs had 5 hits and 3 runs, but a couple extra base hits. Bellinger had the bases clearing double, and then Swanson had the home run. So those home runs make all the difference when your team is not hitting with runners on base and runners in scoring position. Like I said, the key inning that we're gonna look back on as the reason why we lost is when Dingler led off the inning with a triple, and we did not manage to get him around to score. Leadoff triples, you gotta push the ball to the right side. You gotta get the ball in the air and get that run in. I don't know how much I really want to see Javy Baez play the rest of this series. At this point, you almost got to play Sweeney. I mean, AJ Hinch, I understand why he wanted to start him at least one game so he could get that standing ovation. I mean, for Pete's sake, he got his name tag, his nickname name tag in the visitor locker room. So that was a nice opportunity for him, but you might as well see Sweeney. I mean, Sweeney hasn't been hitting the ball great, but he's probably still a better option than Javy at this point. He looked really, really bad today. Extremely bad. I don't know if it was nerves or adrenaline or what, but they knew exactly how to pitch to him. And he looked like his vintage self, sarcastically, I say that. So, but I'm not going to hold you guys. The Tigers lose 3-1 to the Cubs in Wrigley Field. We had 9 hits and 1 run. They had 5 hits and 3 runs. They had the power today. They hit when it mattered the most, and ultimately that is what made all the difference. It's your boy Foster Child. Subscribe to Corner to Copa on all audio platforms and Bleachers to Speakers on YouTube. We're going to be doing a lot more post-game shows as the season winds down. I appreciate you guys, clicking the like button, commenting on, anything going on, and just riding this season out as we close out, trying to get to 500. We'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can manage these next couple of games. They've got some pretty good pitchers, so we're not going to have any breaks out there. It's your boy Foster Child. I'm out.